Andrew Burt and myself had met a number of years ago and had always had this vision of working together. And just over a year ago, we had this opportunity of presenting a theatre concept to shopping mall environments. And Andrew had always had this idea in his head of creating a circus around the theme of the Nutcracker. And so it was kind of serendipity how it all came together.
Speaking to Lyle, I've always loved the idea of doing the Nutcracker as a circus. I've done a ballet version of it before with the second act. We did it in a circus and I thought it was much more fun. You know, and I thought if you're ever going to do a Nutcracker again, it should be circus.
I think what's so exciting is that Andrew and I have actually had quite a long history of working on Nutcracker as a ballet. I think we've done about 4 or 5 productions already. So when he approached me to make this one, which was obviously the Nutcracker Circus, I mean, what a great opportunity to work with great genius of Andrew Buerta and to take an idea that he had as a seed. And then I suppose Andrew and I kind of developed the concept together. But I think we just wanted to make something unique and fresh.
David and I have done a production before, and there's an organic kind of way that he works, which I really, really like. Once you put everything in line, the music, the ideas, the choreography, he's got a fantastic knack of jumping things over. Put that music there, put that over there, and we both enjoy a fantastic sense of structure.
It's a big project, and I don't think we realized from paper to actually creating it how big it actually was. So it's been an incredible journey, and it's been fantastic assembling the right team, and I think that's what took a lot of time, is making sure that your core team are in place and that they are the right people.
The really big thing that was good about the production is that we cast the show really well. We knew that we wanted to have quite a strong aesthetic of ballet based on the Nutcracker, but obviously with the circus indulgence. So I think having chosen a really beautiful cast of some really world-class classically trained dancers, and then of course the likeliness of Craig Morris, who is a mime artist and a physical dancer, really allowed us to colour the show with the performers allowing to walk the journey with us.
What I think is special about this is that it's Tchaikovsky on steroids. It's all the classics that have been revamped. It's 30 minutes long, so it has to be engaging. The inspiration obviously was Tchaikovsky's Nutcracker. People will recognize the Nutcracker themes.
There's no story to this. I keep saying to the client, they said, what's the story about? I said, I don't know. It depends on who we cast, what they can do, and we'll see their skills. I came up with the idea, what if you do it in the round, three-dimensionally? At the same time, too, is also to, hit the toddler market.
What's interesting about the shows is it's very circular and it's also very numerical. The show was quite mathematically made, especially with the number of 7 with the performers, which was 3 and 3. So there's lots of 3s and 6s in it, which also creates the Star of David. So there's quite a nice little interesting, us weird director choreographers always have found these other little mechanisms, but it actually informed quite an interesting mathematical story that anybody sitting in the circular saw the same show, if not a different show, so that you could literally see the show 3 or 4 times and tell a different story based on the character that's in front of you.
So there's so many ingredients for this cake, this thing, that came together at the right time. The right people, the right suppliers, the right attitude towards it. It's got to be finished and exquisite. When I started to do the drawings to see if we got a tent in here, well, it's not quite a tent. Could it seat 300 people? And the numbers just seemed to work very well.
Well, we did a test build, to actually see how it all assembled and to see what sort of time it's going to take. There was no machinery possible. Normally something like that we build with a little crane. We built the huge duplex towers and used the chain blocks to lift the whole structure.
There's a lot of technology in this, but I wanted to look oldie worldy, vintagey, fairy tale. So we also we're using a lot of scenic artists came on board. So the scenic painting of this kind of stuff is the real thing. I wanted the audience to experience this up close and personal. And the outside of the tent's important too, all the sculptures and the structures, so it's a whole kind of experience. And to do it at a very, very high level, do it finished, get the best people, find new people who could make this kind of stuff, everything is local, the fabrics have been printed, everything's been constructed here. I thought if it's enough now, I must really design costumes properly. I haven't done a proper full-on set of costume designs in over 20 years in South Africa, and I thought if we're going to do this, we must do it all authentically, properly, the detail, take care of it, give it thought.
What's very special about this project, and it's something that you don't realize in the beginning, is you don't know how people are going to respond to this at the end of the day. And what the rewarding bit for me has been watching those kids' faces, and not just the kids, but the parents as well, who seem to watch the show through their kids. The turnout has been fantastic. We've been sold out every single day. I mean, by the end of this run, we probably would have had between 25 and 30,000 people having watched the show. And that tells us that we're doing the right thing.
You know, at any point in Christmas, there are about 6 or 7 shows that are costing a lot of money that you are fighting for in this environment.
If you'd said to me we'd have this amount of audience, I said no. I would have reckoned if we played 60% houses, it would have been great. It's playing to over 100%. I know they're squeezing in more people. We only see 300. They're getting in 320. One must be generous about it, you know. And it's sold out. It's sold out show. So something hit the audiences. I think the one-to-one, the contact with the kids, that it's a circus and it's very, very close up.
We've managed to capture some magic that is really, it seems to me, has spread like wildfire. I mean, the fact that people can't get into the show and we're running 4 shows a day is unheard of. And to run for 4 weeks. So I think that speaks for itself.
And if we can replicate this into other markets and into other countries, then we've done our job.
The demographics are so broad. This is a new audience. We don't see this audience at Main Theatre. 4 performances a day for a month, and that's about 1,200 people a day, every single day. So that's a big theatre season. That's a lot of new audience. Yeah, of course we don't want to let them go. You know, we're ready.
And we hope that we have the opportunity for this magic to grow, so wait for next year.